Hello, you guys. Let me get back to the first screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first class of the e-commerce course by the Golden University. I am Tamia, your host, and this is going to be a 8-part course that is going to be 100% free here on YouTube. So anytime you want to reference it or whatever the case may be, you can come right back here and get the e-com course for free. Let's just hop right into it. We don't do any fluff information or a whole bunch of rambling. We get straight into it on this channel. What is e-commerce? Commercial transactions conducted electronically on the internet. So commerce is a word that you're going to see in business. Commerce just means I'm conducting business. Commerce, business, right? E-commerce is I'm conducting business online. Types of e-commerce. So you have electronic commerce, refers to various transactions that take place over the internet, partaking in the process of purchasing goods or services by various people. You then have social commerce, which is still online, but you're buying and engaging through social media platforms. And then you have mobile commerce, which is once again online, but it's through specific apps relating specifically to your business. So this is if you had your own personal app that you created and developed and you moved your audience there. I would personally, even if before starting an app, even if you don't want an app for your online business that they can come off of social media with and use, you still want to build your contact list, right? And we're going to talk about this more down the line in the series, in the course, but I do want to mention that it is very, very important to build your contact list, emails, phone numbers, addresses, things of that nature, so that if we ever do, have a crash on social media where you're marketing or, online where you're marketing, you have another form of communication. You have that phone number, you have that you have that address, so that you can communicate with your audience and you don't have to go out and find them again, right? You already know how to contact them because you are building your email and your contact list. So that is really, really super important when it comes, especially when it comes to e-commerce, for people that if the internet crashes, your business crashes with it, but not what your customers don't have to, be in that process. So definitely build your email list, but also, once again, get that phone number and that address as well. Brick and click comparison. So we're going to compare the difference between an e-commerce business that is strictly online and then a traditional commerce business, which is your typical brick and mortar, the businesses that you see driving along the street. Brick and mortar, physical sales of goods and services. So your depending on what you're selling, because digital products, they get on demand, but sometimes, somebody might only sell online and, their product is housed in a warehouse. Unlike with your traditional commerce business, your physical sales of goods and services are available right then and there, instant. Money needed up front to start. You're going to need a bunch of money to start. If you're going to buy a property or rent a property out for your business, you're going to need, and that goes back into the next one, which is costly. It's going to be a bit costly to front that upfront money to start your business. Face-to-face, you get a face-to-face. Your customers get to interact with you in a way that they don't get to online. But we're going to talk about that as well, because it's really, really super important for you to engage with your customers online just as well as you would in a face-to-face or in person. You have a limited time to sell when you're on a traditional commerce business, right? Because you wake up, they can't see your products unless you're up in the store. Whereas an e-commerce business, they see your business and they see your products 24/7. So you have that online presence, getting into e-commerce. You have the digital sale of goods and services. You have little cost setup and monthly fees, and then you can sell online unlimitedly. You can be up 3 a.m. Selling digital products, or you can be still selling digital products. So that's just the comparison there. What will your e-com business provide? So think about the physical business that businesses that are out, and think about how you can bring it online, right? So the examples would be if you wanted to do something with a cleaning business, but the cleaning business, you don't actually want to hire employees, have overhead, things like that. How could you still help that market out? How about a booking application for services like cleaning, right? So they can book online. You can be that person who connects the customer and the service cleaning, right? Website development. You can design websites, online counseling. You can, um, instead of you opening a practice for consultations or something like that, you can do online counseling. And instead of, opening up a school or hosting events in a actual classroom, you can do it in an online webinar. So you really want to think about what you want to do. Like, what can I do to actually take something, if I want to do just online, how can I take something that will be a physical business and bring it online? Think about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you're good at. Um, you know, some things are obviously needed for just to have a physical location, but if as far as e-commerce, it's a little bit different. So these are going to be like your ranges, social media marketing, webinars, counseling, booking applications, things like that. But once again, you may have a different idea. Always trust yourself. After you have found what you want to sell online, let's explore ways to structure your business, right? So the first one is direct to consumer. So this means your products won't involve a middleman. They will be produced by you and sent directly to the customer through you. Then we have drop shipping, which is when you partner with a wholesaler that both holds inventory and ships your product directly to customers so you don't have to. You're still going to have to do some work when it comes to drop shipping. I got a little error here, y'all. Drop shipping. We're going to get to that in a second, though. Your product directly to customers. I'm trying to catch my train of thought after that error threw me off. Customers, so you don't have to. So you are still going to have to put in a little bit of work when it comes to drop shipping, because you may have to, fulfill orders, keep your website up to date, things of that nature. But you're only promoting pretty much the products, and you're not actually shipping them yourself. Requires additional costs. Manage and control delivery. Trying to think, y'all. What was it? Requires additional costs. Manage and control delivery. Dropshipping requires additional costs. Requires additional costs to manage and control delivery. Once I find it, I'll put it in the description box. So look for this one in the description box. Then you have white labeling. Allows a business to purchase products already made and sell them to their customers rebranded. So somebody already created a product, whether that's skincare, lotion, even digital products. You can, people sell white label DIY books. Me personally, I don't. I just got to put that on the record. Everything that I do is authentic and, custom for my clients from me. I don't do any white labeling of digital products, but that is an option for your business. Then you have private labeling, which is kind of like white labeling, but you're going to allow your business to outsource for manufacturing and customize product to your liking. So you're going to be able to customize your product. Someone else is going to create it for you, and then you're going to rebrand it and, give it to your consumer. Trends in e-commerce, right? Things that we want to focus on when it comes to, our e-commerce business. Personalization. So making your business personalized, making it a personalized experience for your customer is super, super important, because once again, you're not going to have that face-to-face like you will with a brick and mortar. So your online presence is going to be a key factor in how your business shows up on the internet. Then we have virtual reality, right? I like a very, very good example of this is when we go to Amazon, right? And we find, and this is for more complex businesses, but you'll find that, excuse me, y'all, you'll find a product and it'll let you put the product in your house before you even buy it, y'all. So that is, virtual reality, giving your, clients a sense of, how the product would look in their home, using virtual reality. But let's, take it down a notch to a business that might not be, that complex or, have the funds to do something like that. Picture quality is the next best thing, right? If it's a physical product that you're selling only online, make it to where the pictures are of top quality, right? If it's a decoration, for example, well, decorate it up. Don't just show the product. Show the product in a home. Show it with other decorations that you sell. Be very, very creative when it comes to your products and your product pictures. Don't just put a product picture up there. Show the product being used or whatever the case may be, right? Even if you have to refer them to other platforms like YouTube or this is another thing. Social media influencers, you can get to use your product, right? Let people see the product being used. If it's digital products or it's services or something like that, put out your customer testimonials so people can hear how your product changed somebody else's life and yours as well. Multi-channel. So multi-channel is just, so say for example, we're going to use social media. For example, you're selling on Facebook, you're selling on Instagram, you're selling on Etsy, you're selling everywhere, that you possibly can and can handle. You're not leaving any money on the table. So that's really, really big too. Like multi-channel selling, not just selling on one platform, not just selling on your website and trusting Google SEO, which we'll go over in another course, but really using all the free channels that you possibly have and all the, more cost efficient channels that you have access to sell your product. Once again, you don't have different people and different traffic coming along every day like you would on the street, right? You really on social media have to push it out. And then that gets into ads as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Hold on, y'all. Then we have payment options. So giving your customers options to pay as far as whether that's Apple Pay, they can meet you and pay in cash, they can do PayPal, they can do Shopify payments. Give your customers, payment options. Stages of your business, right? Give me 1 second, y'all, because I gotta get my charge. All right, y'all. So let's look at the stages of your business, right? These are the stages that your business is going to go through normally. This is what a typical business goes through. The seed stage. This is going to be where you develop a vision and direction for your business, as well as the product or service you'll be offering. This is just going to be that startup stage, like you getting that vision for, what you want your business to look like getting that vision, right? Everything starts with that vision. Then you have the startup stage. This is where you're going to go through the process of production, developing your product or service concept, building digital platform, and launching your product. Then you're going to have your growth stage, which is studying stage, where you identify the growth of your business, learning what your business is lacking, and following your finances. So really during that stage, unlike the startup stage, right, this is where you're going to be, you first got your feet out there, everything is up and running, but your growth stage is really going to be your learning stage, right? You're going to learn what your business is lacking, right? Following your finances to see, whoa, I didn't expect it to cost this much, or, seeing where, the holes in your business are, like really, really going back and in that seed and startup stage, what did I really miss? Like, do that in the growth stage so we don't have to get here, but we're going to go through all the stages, right? Established stage, your business now has a sense of stability and is generating a cash flow, bringing in profit and being able to add back into the business for the growth of the business. So this is where, you've already, you got some type of stability. Okay, like I weaned out the weak points in my business. Now I'm actually, my business is flourishing. But still during that stage, you still want to save for rainy days, and you still want to, not get crazy with spending and trying to, fund your personal life as well. Then you have the expand stage. Your business is now seeking new business opportunities as well as expanding products and services. I'm laughing, y'all, from this, but as well as expanding products and services. So now is, you're in the stage of, okay, I kind of got this down packed, like I'm making my cash flow, I'm making profit right now. And now it's really time for me to expand my business because I can't stay the same. I can't stay the same. I have to grow with my market. My clientele may be changing. Whatever the case may be, when you're focusing on your business, how am I going to expand my business? Like, who wants their business to be at the same place that it was last year? So that expansion stage, you're really going to think about how you want to expand your products or services. So if you want to add a service on, if you want to add a new product, if you're doing, let's just say, an e-commerce business for clothing, seasons change. You want to do different products for that. But you want to expand your stage, and now you're like, okay, well, I have my clothing. Now I want to, since I got a little bit of coins, now I can start paying influencers to, brand my business. I can partner with other businesses to do a collection, that are a little bit bigger than me, see if they're willing to do a collection with me to bring notoriety to my business. Anything that you can think of, be creative within that expansion stage. And honestly, you're still going to be learning in that stage as well. Like, you're going to learn something new because you're expanding. You're expanding to something, to unknown territory, right? So you're always going to have something, new to learn there. Decline stage. Reduces in revenue and competitive strength as a result of not continually studying your market and keeping up with the changing demands of consumers. That one is really, really big because even though businesses are just always going to have that time where months are a little bit slower than others, you don't want that to be a result of not continually studying your market and keeping up with the changing demands of your consumers and customers. You want to know that times like this in business happen, but you don't want it to be because you were lazy or, you failed to put into your business what you want out of it. Then you have the exit stage, okay? And honestly, this stage can be partnered with any of these stages, but the whole point is to keep going. This is when you have decided to sell or close business completely. This stage happens when you realize the business structure was weak and you did not conduct a plan that would scale your business from a lack of market research. So once again, in that growth stage, right? And really in your startup stage as well, these two stages right here, you want to make sure you're researching your market. What is my target audience? What do they like to do? Is it mainly men or women that watch me? What age brackets are they in? What are they doing? And one of the ways you can look this up is looking at your analytics, whether you are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case may be. You have that analytics tab when you have a business account for a reason. So use it. Process of e-commerce. So this is the process that we're going to go through when it comes to e-commerce, right? Plan and identify. You want your business vision and strategy, market research and analysis, business structure and legal info sorted out, brand identity creation, and your online platform strategy. Where am I going to go with this? What platform am I going to use? How do I want my brand to show up? How do I want to structure my business as far as legal purposes? How am I going to conduct my market research and analysis? And then your business vision and strategy. Build and protect. So build and design your website, social media and mobile integration, privacy and protection, and then your launch strategy. How am I going to everything that I've been working on in private, how am I going to show it to the world? Then the next process is launch and manage. And in this, you're going to focus on money management, sales and conversions, integrated marketing, and business management. And during this time, this is really that learning stage, right? Because you've already jumped off the porch, everything that you've been working on in private. Now it's time to see, does this really work? So that launch and manage is really, really important. Then you have improve and grow. Business and platform audit, customer insight analysis, customer retention, market and offer expansion. You don't have to know all of these right away. Excuse me, y'all. Because we're going to go over it. Because we're going to go over it later. And then benefits of e-commerce. We kind of went over this in the beginning, but you got that 24-hour access to your business for customers. Customers reached on a worldwide basis and reduced overheads. These are my top three of, benefiting from an e-commerce business. So that is the end of our first class. And the next classes to come, we are going to get more in detail on everything so you guys can properly utilize, set up and manage a e-commerce business. I'm super excited for you guys. If you found any value in this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you also follow me on my social medias in the description box below. And make sure you check out my website for more valuable information. I am Tamia, and I'll see you in the next video.